Hi, everybody. This is Jake Ellaruzzo, Sales and Marketing Assistant here at Sports Traveler. And I want to welcome all of you here today to today's How to Sell webinar. Today's webinar is going to be how to sell football travel for the 2017-2018 season. So, thank you for joining us today. To give you a little bit of a brief rundown of what we're going over. Today we're going to discuss a little bit of the basics of our football travel packages. We'll kind of go over some of the benefits of selling football travel, go over some selling points you can use to help market these packages to your clients. We'll run through a sample program for our Cowboys packages, and then we're going to conclude the webinar with a live Q&A. So if you do have any questions, you can do so, submit them via the little comment using the comment area on the YouTube page. So if you want to submit anything, you can do that at any point during the webinar. We'll go through a few of them together. Let's go and dive right in. So to begin, our football travel packages, it's a really great way to allow all of your clients to see their favorite football teams. Basically, we'll have packages available for every NFL team so they can travel. It's an away game, home game, visit their team, catch the game, have a nice hotel accommodation. The rates we provide for travel packages are commissionable with travel agents. They're going to be 10% commissionable. So any rate that you see online on our website, sportstraveler.net, is a 10% commissionable package. The only thing that's outside of that would be any ticket-only options for a game. Those rates listed online will be net rates only. Going off of just, if you were looking for net rates for our packages, we could definitely give those to you. We do that by request, so that'd just be something you'd have to reach out to our office to obtain. So if you do have any questions on net rates for a certain program, give us a call or send us an email. We could definitely relay that information to you. Our programs are going to be all-inclusive tours. So one of the benefits of the football travel packages with us is, the entire time your client's away, you do have the benefit of not having to worry about them. Everything's being taken care of on our end of it. They'll have their hotel accommodation, game tickets, tailgate party, everything they basically need for travel, we can take care of for them. And the programs cover all major NFL teams. So all 32 teams we have available for travel. So go into a few selling points you could take with you. These are really good things just to keep in mind in terms of helping sell the travel packages or what's the incentive to do this with your clients. Honestly, NFL travel is the perfect bucket list trip for a lot of people. Whether they want to see their home stadium one more time or they want to make that one trip to see some kind of brand new stadium that's been built. A lot of people want to make this their once in a lifetime ultimate sports weekend. It's also a great gift. We have a lot of clients that, they reach out to us because it's either going to be maybe we've had graduation gifts, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday gifts. We've had retirement gifts purchased for people before. So it's a really good gift option. And a lot of people love to travel and a lot of people want to travel to a sporting event. So it's just a really great way to have an incentive for someone to offer that. It's all inclusive, like we were mentioning before. So, everything's covered in the travel package. There's not much to worry about. They have their hotel ticket, everything included. And options are customizable and there's add-ons. So the other benefit here is that, we have flexibility with dates and options like that. Or, for a lot of these people that travel, they may want to do more than just the football game in the city. Maybe they want to catch a baseball game depending on where they're traveling to or other additions to the package. We can cover that. So we can really build out a program and make it a full sports getaway for anyone that might be traveling. And most importantly, all of these trips are family friendly. That's one of the most important things, with us is that we may make the trip as accessible as possible to everybody. So, you can feel free to bring the whole family, bring kids with. We love when people bring the full family. It's just a really neat experience for everybody. So, don't think that it's just an adults only trip. It's always family friendly with people of all ages that travel with us. Now let's go into just what's exactly included in a travel package. Every package is going to have hotel accommodation, tickets to the game, a pregame tailgate party, stadium tours if that's something that's offered in the city or stadium that you're traveling to, and other options like local city excursions. So depending on where you go, there might be unique incentives. One good example of this, I would say, our Pittsburgh Steelers program. What's neat about that is we actually have a yacht sailgate party, which is really neat because you can actually board a yacht. We'll set sail right to Heinz Field, and we actually dock right outside the field. So you're actually tailgating on the yacht on your way to the game, which is a really neat feature. So, it's really worthwhile exploring these different travel options because it's going to let you see, okay, what does this team or what does this program offer that's different from others and what makes it very unique. And we'll go through some of the top programs that we offer for the upcoming football season. Travel options are available for all the league's top teams. Those are, some of the biggest names that we have is Steelers, Cowboys, Packers, Seahawks, Titans. So, those are one of our more popular programs. We get a lot of people that reach out to us about. In terms of specialty games, such as the NFL International Series, we do have a lot of demand for that. We'll go into a little more detail, but those are going to be the games that are played overseas in London. That's usually a series that always gains a lot of popularity. A lot of people want to travel for it. Not even necessarily the teams that are competing in it, but also just people that want to see football in another country. It's a really neat thing people want to take part in. And as usual, if there's something on the website or a certain game and you don't see it readily available on sportstraveler.net, don't worry. We're very good at customizing options to fit any game dates or any type of team they want to see for the football season. So it's definitely something you can reach out to us so we can build you a custom commissionable package for. So let's talk about the regular season. This is going to be your basic bread and butter. A lot of people are going to do regular season travel. It's the most popular thing to do. The reason we put this map up here is we really want you to kind of take a look at or look for your area that you operate out of. You can see there's different fan bases here. You see the Midwest. You have your Bears fans all over Illinois, near Chicago, Indianapolis, your Colts fans, Packers up in Wisconsin. So, take a look at what's the biggest, most predominant fan base in your area. And that could really help kind of figure out, okay, these are the fans that live near me. How can I help market to them, or how can we help get them to travel? One thing to keep in mind is a lot of fan bases, obviously, they don't need the assistance to go to their home game. I mean, they could just drive there. But for a lot of them, they want to make that one trip out of the year to see an away game, whether they want to see an away game at a rival stadium or rival team, or if they want to go to maybe a brand new stadium that's opening. A really popular game we have this year is Cowboys at Falcons, because the Falcons are opening the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So, one thing to keep in mind is if you live somewhere where there's a lot of Cowboys fans, think to yourself, well, maybe they want to travel to that game. It could be something I could offer. I can maybe put something in my window about that, or just say that, oh, we offer Sports Traveler. Come on in, Bears fans, or come on in, Chiefs fans. Something that just basically makes you more approachable, that if they want to make a trip that's sports related, they could come to you for that. So, and it's one really important thing is just to kind of know the area you operate out of and what fans are there. The International Series. So this is going to be a 4-game series. Games 1 and 2 are played at Wembley Stadium in the United Kingdom, and games 3 and 4 at Twickenham. One thing to keep in mind is just to look at the dates here. This is just basically it takes place from the end of September, and then it goes on a weekly basis all the way to the end of October. One thing is, look at the matchups. I know that probably a few of the more popular games we've had for this, or we've gotten a lot of requests about, is Saints Dolphins has been very popular this year for the International Series, as well as Browns Vikings. So, if you live in an area where you have some of this fan base near you, definitely one thing you want to think about offering. The other benefit of the International Series is that you can combine both sports travel and more traditional travel that you might be offering, whether you do European trips. A lot of people like to couple this with a more extended stay, either in the London area. Some people want to go to Ireland, Scotland. A lot of people want to make this even bigger of a European trip. So we have a lot of people that request, additional stays in Paris or things like that. So, as a travel agency, if you offer European travel, it's a great way to couple that with the International Series and the packages we offer. And then a typical International Series package will be your tickets to the game, 3-night stay at a London-based hotel. They'll have, access to the NFL Fan Fest that operates. That's going to be there for that weekend of the game. They'll have, transportation covered in terms of getting to and from, and they have a London travel card and things like that. So everything's set for them on the weekend of the game, and then it kind of gives you the opportunity to sell more travel to them if they want to do a trip extension, which most people do when they're going to travel abroad like that. So let's start to go through a sample package to kind of give you an idea of what a sample program is going to look like. The one I'm going to be highlighting today is actually the first program we ever offered as a company at Sports Traveler. So for 17 years now, we've been offering Cowboys travel packages. For the program this year, we actually have 3 hotel options to choose from. Each one of these has kind of a unique feel to it. One thing that all the packages do have in common, though, is they all include a pregame tailgate party, game day shuttle, and tickets to the game. The tailgate's a neat experience. They have, Texas-style barbecue, full open bar, unlimited soft drinks, water, live entertainment. So it's a really fun tailgate right across the street from the stadium. We offer all 8 home games for the Cowboys season, so that's one thing to keep in mind. And for a lot of the travel programs we have on our site, we offer a lot of different home game packages. So this is just one of many, but we'll dig a little deeper into the Cowboys program, which is one of our most popular. To start, let's talk about our Hilton Arlington program. This is our typical 2-night program. It's a full-service property at the Hilton Arlington. One of the unique things about this package would be that it has some unique add-ons because of the hotel's location. Reason being is that they're within 2 miles of the Texas Rangers ballpark. So a lot of people, maybe they come in on that Saturday and they want to see a ball game. If there is a Texas Rangers game being played, they could actually add a Rangers ticket onto the package and go see the game the day before the Cowboys game, which is really neat. As well, we have some unique player meet and greet opportunities you could add on. So whether they want to meet former player or a current active player, we do have an option for that with the Hilton Arlington program. The hotel's got a great location. It's in the Arlington Entertainment District, only 2 miles from AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play. It's definitely a program we recommend for people that want to have that nice, game day atmosphere. There's a lot of excitement that Sunday because everyone at the hotel is ready to go to the game. So it's got a really, really fun atmosphere and vibe. And one fun feature of the hotel, too, is that they have a hotel shuttle available to guests. So whether they want to get around the Arlington area, they can actually utilize the shuttle to take them to different restaurants or shopping that's nearby. And then we'll go into our Sheraton Fort Worth program. The Sheraton Fort Worth, this is another full-service property, 2-night program, the location being in downtown Fort Worth. This is usually one of the programs I recommend for people that want to experience that, more traditional Western hospitality that really you're going to get in Fort Worth. That's usually what I recommend it for. It's near a lot of nightlife and dining, which is located right at Sundance Square. So you're kind of in the heart of everything based on the hotel location. One thing that's unique too with the program is we do have a lot of local discounts to nearby bars, restaurants, shopping. So there's some advantage to, you stay with us. There's some discounts they could use while they're in the area. There's never not anything to do in downtown Fort Worth. So that first night, it's pretty easy to find something to do. You could take the Molly the Trolley shuttle, which will take you around the city. You can hop on that, go right to Sundance Square, have a nice meal, experience some of the nightlife. One of the really unique things about Fort Worth is going to actually be the Fort Worth Stockyards. You can probably see the photo right down there. It's a one really unique event that we recommend for people that want to really get the Western feel. You could actually go see the rodeo, and then at the end of the night, watch a little bit of rodeo action, and then go to Billy Bob's, which is the world's largest honky tonk. So that's probably about as Western as it can get, but a lot of people really get a kick out of it. So, if you're traveling down for the game and you want that feel, definitely come to Sheraton Fort Worth or use this option. It's a really unique program. And finally, we have our Marriott DFW South program. Now, this is just a one-night stay. It's at a full-service property as well. It's a recently renovated property. Actually, just finished its renovations back in 2016, and it's located about 7 miles from the stadium. This is a really, really good option for people that are local to the area, whether they're coming in from maybe a nearby state and they're just driving in for the day. It's one thing that they want to just stay for the night of the game, catch the game, head home the following day. That's really what we recommend it for. We're not too big on offering this usually for people that have to fly in because you don't want to run the risk of missing anything because of a flight delay. So really the one night Marriott DFW is more so for the person that's kind of in the local area just driving for the game, and that's it. One thing to keep in mind in terms of the one-night program that's different from the two-night programs at the Sheraton and Hilton is that the one night does not include our fully guided AT&T Stadium tour. So that is one thing to keep in mind is that, if they're looking to do stadium tours or have that added onto the package, that'd just be something you'd have to, talk to us directly about to get that added in. It's not default in the package. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But the two-night programs do have the fully guided AT&T Stadium tour included, which is neat because you get to view the stadium, explore it. You get to see the Cowboys locker room, cheerleaders locker room, and more of the secretive parts of the stadium you really won't see on game day, which is really neat. So we're going to jump right to the question and answer. I know that we've had a few questions that kind of came in advance that I can go through now. One question we did get before the webinar today was, do we offer group rates? This is actually a question we get quite a bit too, especially when the NFL schedule did come out. We can do group rates. Usually for a group rate, we need a group size of about 20 or more people, taking 10 or more rooms. You don't need to necessarily get a group rate if you don't have the group together yet. One thing we really recommend for a lot of travel agents would be to book as you go. And what I mean by that is if you already have two people that are definitely committed to the trip, book those two people first. Book what you have right now and get that, get them signed up, get the deposits done for that. And that's one really good incentive is, book as you go, get everyone in there that's logged in. You don't have to wait for the full group to be ready. Just book what you have ready to actually purchase today. And another common question, are trips team specific? This is a really good question because I think we have a lot of different fans that sometimes worry, oh, am I going to a Cowboys game? Is that okay if I'm not a Cowboys fan? It's totally okay. Don't worry. If you have a client that's worried about it, don't let them panic. There's nothing to panic about. It's a family-friendly trip. It's an all-fan friendly trip, no matter what fan base you are. A lot of where we're traveling to, a lot of the stadiums too, no bad attitude or anything like that. Everyone's really friendly about it. So it's not team specific. Nobody has that to worry about. That's one thing to keep in mind is that's not a concern or something that no one should be too worried about. And another popular question, what about postseason travel? What happens in that circumstance? So we don't really know a lot of the postseason teams until the season's winding down in December. Once we find out, who's going to make the playoffs and things like that, we could actually offer travel packages for that. It's a much smaller window to sell. Sometimes it's usually less than a week to actually sell postseason travel packages. So we recommend, kind of follow the team in your area. Keep track of how they're doing. If it looks like they're going to make the playoffs this year, great. Just keep that in mind that, when the season's over, we can start to offer postseason travel for them. And that includes, all rounds of the playoffs, Super Bowl as well. We'll have packages for that. Let's see. And okay, some tips for marketing to clients. This is actually a really good thing to cover. So in terms of marketing to your clientele, one thing that I really recommend is social media. If your travel agency has a Facebook page or maybe a Twitter account and Instagram, one thing I like to recommend, which is a kind of a neat thing, is you can post things like maybe on Twitter, you can have a Twitter poll about, oh, who's your favorite team? Or do you think your team's going to win this weekend? And that's a good way to get engagement from your already existing clientele that might be sports fans. And that could tell you, oh, I do have a lot of clients that are into sports, so maybe this is a good opportunity for me to offer it. Another thing is just posting on your Facebook page. We offer sports travel. Feel free to give me a call and ask me about going to see maybe the Ravens play or whatever local team is in your area. You want to get that engagement going because you want to find out, are the clients you have actual sports fans, which a lot of them are, and you want to also make sure that they're contacting you or they know they can contact you if they have to make a trip to see their favorite team. So you want them to be thinking that in their head, like, oh, I'm a good go-to resource for that. Let's take a look. And then it looks like, oh, the only other question we have sometimes is we have people that are wondering, is there any way to get additional commission? There actually is. One thing I highly recommend is our Sports Traveler Academy program. This is a really good program we offer on the travel planner section of our website, sportstraveler.net. If you sign up and complete the 3-unit program, it will teach you a little bit more about selling all types of sports travel, and it actually has the incentive of giving you additional commission as well on travel packages you book with us. So if you are looking for opportunities to learn more about sports travel or gain additional commission, definitely sign up. It's free, Sports Traveler Academy, under the Travel Planner section of our website, sportstraveler.net. All right, let me see if we have any other questions that rolled in. Just in case you can't think of any questions right now, but don't worry, no issue whatsoever. What we'll do is if you do have anything that comes up later, feel free to give us a call. Our phone number is right here, phone number 1-888-654-7755. You can send us an email at sales@sportstraveler.net, and you can view our full program for all of our different NFL packages at sportstraveler.net and /football, or if you just go to sportstraveler.net, it's very easy navigation to get there. So I want to thank everyone for attending today's webinar. I want to thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun doing this. I want everyone to keep your eyes out. We'll be sending a reminder, but our next webinar is going to be all things Kentucky Derby. So that'll be one fun thing to keep an eye on, and we'll be talking Derby on next webinar. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you again so much for attending. Bye-bye.